Hello and welcome back to What the Falk on an international weekend, where we now seemingly do just teams of 11 former Sunderland players with rules attached to it. We did the best Sunderland 11 and we messed that up, so we thought we'd go for something that has a little bit more selection and go by the exact same rules, where we've got to pick a team of 11 Sunderland players, but rather than them being good ones, they have to be really, really bad ones, or particularly bad ones. The rules apply if you haven't listened to the episode for the best ones. You basically can't pick a player that has played with a player that's already in the team whilst they were at Sunderland. If they play together internationally or with another team, that's fine. So a strong example would be, not that either of these are, or well, at least one of them is not a bad player. You couldn't have Niall Quinn and Kevin Kilbane because A, they're both Irish, B, they both played in the same team. And outside of that, the only real rule that you have is that we've been crap for Sunderland, so there's plenty of selection. Joining me first and foremost is Dave Lawrence. Dave, it's worrying that this has got more choice and is slightly more exciting than the good one.
Yeah, it tells you everything you need to know about Sunderland Football Club, doesn't it? But yeah, we'll have a laugh with it. I'm sure it's going to descend into mayhem, but why not? That's what we're here for. It's what we're good at.
It will. I think Pete's doing another one like he did last time, and he's taken Lee and Ross again, so same teams as last time. I don't know. He might do it. He's busy with politics and that. Something happened in the past week. But I'm also joined by Brad. He's stuck with me this time again. Same team as last time. How are you, mate? You all right?
Not bad, mate. Just got in, been to see the fireworks, which is strange because it's like 2 days later than bonfire night. But took the kids to see it. It was decent. And, not long been in, so yeah, I'm looking forward to this. It seems like we're going to have a lot more selection and might have less silent pauses.
We might have just more because they all played in the same crap team. Before we start, one thing I said we're going to be picking 11. We are, but we're technically going to be picking 10. The reason for that being, forget the rules that I said before. Both teams, if we are recording another one, have decided we cannot have a crap Sunderland 11 without Jack Rodwell. And Jack Rodwell was here for like 3 or 4 years. So he counts out a lot of different players. He's also English, counts out a lot of players with that. So Jack Rodwell gets a bye into the crappiest Sunderland team ever as permanently the crappiest Sunderland player ever. So he being in the team doesn't affect anyone else in it. And I get the first choice like last time. So we're going to start with goalkeeper. We're going to go in, I think we'll go with a 4-3-3. We can change it if we need to. But I'm going to go with the goalkeeper. And I know you're all screaming Lee Camp. I know you're all screaming Jason Steele. But imagine how many players that would take out. So I've tried my best to pick a crap goalkeeper. That was genuinely crap. And will not take too many people out. Although you can have no more English players in this, which is a great start. My goalkeeper is Remy Matthews. And he played in the pandemic season, so I couldn't even get mad at him then.
Yeah, well, I know I just said there's going to be no silence. My centre half was an Englishman, and I have no more.
Oh no, Dave. Okay, this is going to be terrible.
Well,
I'm going to give you the right back.
I was going to say, I can't remember if he was right or left, but he's going right back just because he's my next one, and it buys Brad a bit of time. We've mentioned him on this podcast many a time, me and you. It's definitely our era, and he can't be in any. He's got to be in everyone's worst Sunderland 11.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Gareth Hall. I know that takes out Wales, which I don't think it'll be too many over the years, but Jesus, the bloke was absolutely dire. So, yeah, definitely Gareth Hall for me.
Yeah, you can't really have a team that doesn't include Gareth Hall, and we haven't had that many bad Welsh players that I can think of. Failing that, if I hadn't took Remy Matthews as the Englishman, you could have had Mark Lynch. For those people who didn't see Mark Lynch, you didn't want to. Don't worry about it. Brad, I'm going to come to you for a centre half. You can't have a Welsh player. You can't have an English player. and not too many have been wiped out, to be fair, not too many.
Well, it's funny because I've just said you took away my Englishman, and Dave's probably took away the only Welshman centre half I was going to put in. Don't worry, it's not Danny Collins. So my English one I was going to put in was Alan Stubbs.
Mm.
And my Welshman was Joel Lynch. I might say one that might throw quite a few. Is it? No. You know what I'm going to do? It's going to throw one particular season out of the question, right? But he was honking for us. But now he's probably an established championship player. And I'm guessing we haven't had many Zimbabweans play for us.
Oh, God, who are you talking about?
So I'm going to go with Brendan Galloway.
Is he Zimbabwean?
He has made 5 appearances for the Zimbabwe national team after representing England at youth level up until England under-21s. I haven't researched anything for this pod tonight.
No, me
that
neither.
was done whilst you and Dave were talking. So I'm going to put Brendan Galloway in. He represents Zimbabwe.
I went to St Johnstone away, and this is to buy myself a bit of time because I had Tyus Brown in next who's now called something different. Because we haven't had that many bad Chinese players from memory. Brendan Galloway played away at St Johnstone in the cup, and I went to the whole pre-season in Scotland. And do you know when you just look at a player and you go, nah, absolutely not. He's like, I would put Brendan Galloway down. I know he could play at centre half, but I would put him down as our worst, like by far worst left back I've ever seen in my absolute life. There's nobody worse than that. Don't say the name because I'm going to put him at centre back. I think I can. Can I? Aye. Remy Matthews was COVID season, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Okay. This lad was more of a left back. But he did want to play centre half in a back 5 at Gillingham when we went for a point. And I don't really think there's many. Look, I'm taking a few out here, but I don't really think we could have a team that doesn't include him. And we've got 2 predominantly left back. Well, yeah, they were both left backs, basically playing at centre half. So we might as well make it really crap. Lawrence de Bock as the left-hand side of defence, and that's where was he from? Belgium?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so just in case you want to eat your own insides and you want to hear the team so far, we've got Remy Matthews in goal, Gareth Hall at right back, and Brendan Galloway and Lawrence de Bock at centre half. So it started pretty badly. I think this is going to be a lot of long pauses because we took out a lot of the crappiest ever Sunderland teams. But left back, Dave.
So I'll just tinker it ever so slightly just because this guy is more of a natural centre half, although I think he did play left back. So I'll move Lauren just over to the left and you can have the left back. And he's Irish. He was probably quite highly rated at one point in his career, but I thought he was absolutely woeful. And that would be Phil Babb. Absolutely minging. Like, honestly, Jesus, if he wasn't that good in his like regular career, by the time he got to the end of it with us, he was an absolute donkey. So yeah, and to be honest, I'm putting him in there. I would have loved to have an Argentinian in there, but I probably would have killed a few players because that one goal from Virginia against Southampton probably deserves to put him right in there. But yeah, we'll try and play a bit tactical as we peter out with this. So yeah, we'll move Lauren to left back, and we'll go Phil Babb. I mean, Jesus, what a defence that is, by the way.
Do you remember? I don't think Brad will remember because I think you had to be of a certain age, and I think we just got it. Do you remember back in the day before the internet was really a thing, but websites were a thing? You'd go to the Sunderland XI for like the latest news the next day on the transfer news. But then websites started becoming a thing, and we posted like a silhouette photo of like this European international superstar that we'd signed on a free transfer. And it was about to be announced tomorrow, and everyone's like, "Fucking hell, who is it?" And it was Phil Babb signing from Sporting Lisbon. I'm not going to argue, and I don't mind moving Lawrence de Bock. I forgot his name there. I wrote Lawrence de Box. It was Lawrence de Bock, wasn't it? Was it de
Yeah,
Bock?
it was,
It was
yeah.
de Bock. We could have moved Galloway or de Bock the left back. Quite frankly, it wouldn't have made a fucking iota of difference. So we'll keep Phil Babb next to Brendan Galloway at centre half in this.
Phil Babb was made famous for sliding at the post with his bollocks, wasn't he?
Yes.
That's so a man who's played Premier League football will always be remembered for his career for sliding into a post and hitting it with his bollocks.
Yes.
Pretty much sums up him, doesn't it?
Yes.
But I mean, we're talking about left-sided defenders that we've had. It's a special mention here, mate, to Callum McFadden. How he hasn't made it in is unbelievable. That's because you've dug him out with Remy Matthews.
The English aspect, isn't it?
You've dug him out and played with him.
No, it's not the English aspect, Dave. He's Scottish.
No, I think he's English, isn't he?
No, McFadden's Scottish.
Oh, I'm going to check.
Can you tell by the name, McFadden? Like he's Scottish, but he played the same season.
He played with Remy Matthews, didn't he? So
he did.
How it's amazing they're doing the worst team and the worst player we've ever had is not going to make it.
Who would you say is the worst player we've ever had?
Callum McFadden.
Whatever.
Honestly, appalling.
He's top 5 actually. I think I would go.
Callum McFadden, by the way, was born in Sheffield. He represented Scotland under 21s, but he also represented England under 16s. So he is actually English.
Who decided he could play for England under 16s?
Yeah, in the barrel, weren't they?
Yeah.
Brown and who did we say? Sorry, Galloway had decided he was already playing for Zimbabwe, so that's why they had to call up McFadden.
We've got Rodwell in midfield. He's the exception because I'm not going to, as we said, collectively, we're not allowing any team to not have Jack Rodwell in because he was just, I think he was the worst we've ever had. But you could go centre midfield here, Brad. So there's a few choices to be fair. I reckon someone's going to mention someone that's going to be unfairly mentioned, and it's a controversial opinion, but I'll let you go first, Brad, because you might not.
Where am I going for?
We'll go 3 midfielders.
3 midfielders. So is he a midfielder?
Who?
Oh, no, he's Belgian. No.
Who are you thinking? Tom Peters?
No, Adnan Januzaj.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
where's going off when they played for Sunderland, and getting him in was seen to be a good bit of business, wasn't it? And
it's awful.
That's what happens when the worst manager, well, one of the worst managers in Sunderland's history, signs somebody in it. Because Moyes was a joke. It's hilarious about Januzaj as well, because did he not have about 6 nationalities? I think he's genuinely like Kosovan, Belgian. Honestly, he's got about 6 different nationalities. He obviously played for Belgium, but he was definitely partially Kosovan as well.
Yeah, and he played like he had 6 toes on each feet as well. Midfielder. We've had some bad ones, really, haven't we? But I had one in my head there.
We're allowed off with a connection with Jack Rodwell, aren't we?
We are allowed a connection with Jack Rodwell.
Yeah, fair enough.
Right, that might have brought me back into play. I'm just having a quick look.
By the way, just so I can buy time here, right? Like, we missed out Kyriakos. He was utter shite. Like, actually.
We should make a team of defenders.
Oh, he was terrible. And we forgot Wayne Bridge. I mean, we couldn't have put Wayne Bridge in because of the English thing, but Wayne Bridge played for Sunderland, for those who forget. Wayne Bridge. And he was awful. I'll never forgive him for letting Shola Ameobi go at the back post.
I wish we could have put Ian Hart in, just because we should.
He was shite, to be fair. He's fit in.
Yeah, he was appalling. Right, I think I might have one, but yeah, I think he left just before Remy Matthews joined. So we are talking first season in League One. We haven't had a Scotsman yet, have we?
No.
Right. Yeah, I'm going to put him in because I think he came with a lot of promise for the level that he was at. But when he did play, he didn't get a lot of a chance, but when he did play, he was woeful. And I'm going to put in Dylan McGeoch.
Oh, that's a controversial opinion. That's
I
a
thought he was
proper Oh, I mean, some people will agree, but I think that's controversial, that. Did he not clash with anyone? Did he not play with... No, he didn't play with Galloway.
No, I wouldn't have played with
Galloway
any.
was only on loan the season before. Remy Matthews came in the season after.
You can't. He played with the Bok.
No.
He played with the Bok. There is one, and I'm going to like spell this out for you a little bit. And I don't think he crosses over there. No, he doesn't, because the Jack Rodwell one's not valid. Paulo Di Canio signing, played one game and then just disappeared off the face of the earth.
Cabral.
There you go.
Yeah, it could be Cabral, couldn't it? Or it could be. Oh, it was the young. Where was he from? Was the young Swedish lad?
Oh, David Moberg Carlson.
Moberg Carlson
scored against Spurs in Hong Kong. Was actually looked mint.
Came in as like one of the most sought after young'uns in world football. Going to have a massive career, and I think like he left us and then ended up playing like the 8th tier of Swedish football. Yeah, I'm going to put in Moberg Carlson.
Why was he forward?
Was he? I thought he was midfielder.
No, he was like a forward.
Oh man,
just stick with. I mean, the thing is, if you put in Cabral, we're only losing a section of the start of the Canio season, which was also cup final season, so there wasn't that many. Plus, you're not going to lose many from Cape Verde. I don't think we've had any players from Cape Verde outside of Cabral.
Yeah, we'll stick Cabral in. Yeah.
I had to Google that, by the way. Oh, right. Okay, now it's getting tricky. So we've got...
I've thought of another left-sided defender that was shit.
Who?
Vokins.
Oh my God, Jake Vokins. What about... Where did he go?
Did he go to St Mirren? He was at St Mirren on loan with Jack Baldwin for a bit when I was talking to Jack.
What?
But he was always injured, surprisingly.
Well, he's at Maidenhead United. No.
Ross County, sorry, not Ross County.
Do you know where he is now?
Where?
Eastleigh.
So he never went to St Mirren. He went to Ross County when he was playing alongside Jack. And I said to him, "How is he up there?" And he said, "I don't know, mate. Since he signed, he's never played. He's been injured."
Highly rated once back in the day. Signed on the same day as Ross Stewart.
Yeah, I remember you done an interview, didn't you, with the Southampton guy? How is he?
Just a man. And
then they were saying I think I remember him saying there's a lot of Southampton fans aren't very happy with this one because he could be the one that's pushing whoever was their left back, Kyle Walker-Peters, or something like that. Could put him out of the team. Really? Anyway, yeah, we'll put Cabral. Cabral and Jack Rodwell. What a great centre midfield partnership that is.
Midfield. Oh.
God, are we forgetting about Marcus Angeleri as well? Jesus.
Right, not even going to lie to you. I once went to, I don't even know if people are going to be enjoying this at this point, but Angeleri, I went to, where was I staying again? Mijas in Spain with my ex-partner. And I went to looked at the nearest game in La Liga, and the nearest game was Sevilla versus Malaga. So I just went to the game, sat in my seat, thought, whatever, it is what it is, just taking some footy. And Marcus Angeleri was playing centre half for Malaga. He was class, played really well. Same haircut, the whole lot. I'm struggling with midfield here because most of them have gone.
I might have one if you want to do a fact check, and then you can say you had Cabral, and I might have another one.
No. We'll stick with it. Let's go for it. We'll be fine. Even the cat's trying to get in on this one. Wow.
Jesus.
Oh, hang on. Oh, I can't. He's English. Shit.
Are any of saying that is he as well. That could be a problem. No, he'd be fine. What 04, 05? Are any of them lot on 04 or 05 season or not? Because we've had one absolute classic, and I can't even remember how many games he'll have played for us, but it can be many.
Dobbo was English. Mac Power was English. Oh God. Oh no. I should have done research, shouldn't I? Right, hang on. Let's think. Like,
If mine's correct, I'm not going to give you the name, and I'll let you guess it like I did. It was the start of the promotion season from League One. I think we had him on loan and shipped him back.
so he would have been signed by Lee Johnson.
I believe so. If I'm thinking of the right season, he was a central defensive midfielder.
Central defensive midfielder. Oh God, I can't even think here. Like I've hit a point where I'm like how have I
He
got
only
stuck?
ever played centre back for us, I think. But in his youth he played CDM.
He played at centre back.
Yeah, I think he only played like 3 games, and we've seen how shit he was.
What in the promotion season?
He was promotion season 21-22.
Aye.
I will have been then.
21-22. Hang on. All right, this is how did we manage to get the good one? Like, this is not making any sense because there's a lot more crap players to choose from, and yet somehow I've been stumped on this one. Right, hang on a minute. Let's think. Right.
The two that I'm thinking of, see, if one's American, and it obviously won't be the very good American that we had, and the other one's Finnish.
Oh, hang on.
He's not finished. 28.
I think I know who you mean. Do you mean Freddie Alves?
No, yeah. That was Ricky.
Frederick Alves.
Danish. I'll take that.
Yeah. Right.
He only ever played centre half for us, but when he was coming through West Ham, he said he could play CDM, and I think there was some videos of him bombing through the midfield, like absolutely bombing through their midfield and scoring goals. And yeah, we signed and played him with 3 games centre half and realised he had like 4 left feet. He was not very good.
I feel bad putting him in because there's a lot worse. But like by the rules, I'm going with him. We'll go him CDM, and then oh God, one of forwards. This should be easier though. There's a lot to choose from. So we're going to go 3 up front. So Dave, you've got the first choice here. I think Grig's out, unfortunately.
Yeah. By the way, my 2 midfielders that I went for, they need cross-referencing, but Timo Taino, remember him?
I liked him.
He was all right. I'm not having that. He was all right.
He was average, but the other one,
he's he's got a really good shot now. The clothes are really cheap.
and also Stuart Holden, remember him? Not many people do remember.
American
him.
Played for the Aye. To be fair, there's a couple you could have had. Sean Cunnington's there as well, but he's English, so you couldn't. But like, if you're looking at crap players, you could have had him. I've got a cracking forward. I'm just hoping he's not getting took out.
Well, it's my turn, isn't it? So I'm honestly, you could have any number, but again, I'm hoping season cross reference is fine because I haven't been listening properly, which I'm sure is half of what the subscribers / non-subscribers have been doing, not listening. Anthony Letalak.
Ooh.
Because he was absolutely minging, by the way.
He's French, isn't he?
Yeah.
You bellend, David.
But he was minging. He was absolutely shite. I'll give him that.
It's going away at West Brom.
Please don't tell me you were going to go for Alex Ferguson's next big thing.
Who's that?
David Bellion. That season was miserable, but we just kept lumping the ball forward to David Bellion.
Just fact check on Anthony Natalic, please.
Didn't play with Remy Matthews. Didn't play with Gareth Hall. Or did he play with Phil Babb? No, he didn't play with Phil Babb. He didn't play with Cabral. No, he's fine. He's sound. He's absolutely fine.
You've took out Lillian Islanders.
Well, Dave also took out mine as well. Andy Gray, Scottish, the worst centre forward. And I know people will say Greg, and I know people will say like other strikers and stuff like that, but I've never seen a worse centre forward play for Sunderland than Andy Gray. I don't care what level it's at. Yeah. I've never seen a worse centre forward than Andy Gray. He was just awful. And also, Anthony Natalic was our top scorer of the season. We went down with 4 goals.
I seen him score. I think it was away at West Brom.
It was no goal that got given to Steve Watson in the end.
Steve Watson, wasn't it? But we went mad because Anthony Natalic had scored. And just sums up our season on the way home. Our bus crashed.
Were you all right?
Yeah. It was just the driver fell asleep. It was where the cones, where like they merge into one. He just decided that the bus wasn't going to merge with them. So he went over the cones. There was a car on undertaking. He knocked the car into the ditch down the side.
For clarity, everyone listening, no one died in this.
No. Everyone was absolutely fine.
Okay,
absolutely
good.
Fine. I was just more annoyed because I was half asleep and it woke me up. I mean, I was at the time 13, 14. It was maybe about 15. Yeah. Just summed up the season, really.
You're just buying time, aren't you?
Yeah, I really, really am.
That's a made-up story, isn't it? The bus crashed.
Welcome, What the Falk Podcast. Story time with Brad.
What we'll do, right? We'll go back over the team just so we know where we're at. So we've got Remy Matthews in goal, English. Gareth Hall at right back, Welsh. Brendan Galloway centre half, Zimbabwe. Phil Babb centre half, Irish. Lawrence de Bock left back, Belgian. Cabral, Cape Verde. Jack Rodwell, automatic pick, doesn't count. Other central midfielder, probably not really a good choice. But Freddie Alvarez, Denmark. We've got as a front 3, Natalic, France. You've not got it with Ben Johnny. You could have had Ben Johnny.
I do because I do agree with Brad. Islanders was absolutely disgusting. He's the only bloke I've ever known who tried an overhead kick every single game. Like genuinely, every game without fail, he tried one. And safe to say, he still hasn't scored one. Absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, but he had some nice diamond earrings, so he was quite good.
Just about to say he had good hair, to be fair. He did have good hair.
I remember I used to sit in row 5 in the southwest corner, and I remember he was on the bench against, I think it was West Ham. I think we won 1-0. My dad went, "Oh, look at the French lad. He's starting to understand it. Look at it. You can see it in his eyes." Haven't really had the heart to speak to him about it again, to be honest with you, and I probably won't. But yeah, he wasn't very good.
Who signed? It was about 4.5 million, wasn't it? Who signed him?
Really?
Was it free? Of course it was, It
was Quinny's replacement, and then Quinny came on from one game and scored twice, and it was like he's not going to replace Quinny. Quinny was like half a back.
Every season or every time we had a bit of money, he used to try and replace Quinny with someone. It didn't work with Islanders. It didn't work with Tor Andrea Flo. It didn't work with Danny Diggio. It didn't work with Kevin Kyle. Sometimes you just got to take the hit on you, Peter.
Kevin Kyle. Oh no, Phil Babb. Brad, he was good first season, to be fair, and then he got that injury with his hip and it kind of knackered him a bit.
Can you have Danny Diggio?
Yeah, you can't have Diggio. He was a good player in Man.
I like Diggio. No, I like Diggio, me. I think Diggio was more.
He was just shadowed by like being underneath Niall Quinn.
Yeah, he was just like the best we've had, which is weird because Bridges doesn't get the same treatment, and he was underdeveloped, and Bridgie was class.
Yeah, Bridges. But to be fair, we did have 4 all right centre forwards at the time. To be fair,
we had Smithy that could play up front at that point as well. Love Smithy.
Legend.
Hero.
I think I can Have they got a striker? And where's he from? I'm making sure.
Do you remember Dan? Do you remember
Have
where
we had a
Danny
Northern
Dickey?
Irishman?
No, we haven't. That. Do you remember where Danny Dickey went after us?
Millwall, didn't he?
Who?
Do you got Millwall?
I reckon he went abroad first, didn't he?
No, he went to Millwall, scored against us.
We got him from Sampdoria.
I was going to say, was it us who got him from Sampdoria?
We got him from Sampdoria, and then he went to Millwall and then scored against us.
Yeah, that's right. Though.
Out of time, yeah.
I've got one, and we're just basing it purely on how shit they were for Sunderland.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe he's played with any of the players that we've mentioned. Kyle Lafferty?
Does the Bok not kill him?
The Bok kills
No, he
him.
doesn't.
He does.
Doesn't.
No, hang on. When did he sign?
He came on loan in the 2019-20 season for until we got called off for COVID.
And he came back in January. He went back in January, the Bok, didn't he? And then we signed.
Yeah, and then we got Kyle Lafferty. He played 6 games, and then we called the season off for COVID. And then we didn't even invite him back to play afterwards.
I think you might be all right with that. No, you're not. Remy Matthews.
Oh, hi. Murder.
When did we sign?
Murder.
Same season. You almost got that in, but unfortunately not.
Are you sure?
I am certain.
And also, can we just say that's how
Hang on.
Our goalkeepers that season were John McLaughlin, Lee Burge.
Oh, you know what?
Patterson.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. Because Lafferty didn't ever play in the COVID season.
I'm convinced.
Yeah, I think you can have him.
We signed Remy Matthews at the end, ready to start the next season behind closed doors. Because once our season ended, it was curtailed because Wickham wanted to go up, didn't he, by cheating? So we didn't restart.
I think you can have. I think Lafferty's fine.
Yeah, and to be fair, Graham, me and you know, he was excellent north of the border. But we got him when he was 47-year-old.
Well, the thing about it was, because of the way we were playing football at the time, under he who shall not be named, who I hate more than most, he was our, the way that we played football. We actually built our team around a 37-year-old Kyle Lafferty, was he at the time?
He was 33.
30, so just
he's
moved
still,
he was 37.
He's still playing?
Now.
Is he
still playing? He's still playing?
Johnstonburg. He got sent off off about 2 months ago. About 2 months ago, he got sent off, and I think the video went viral. I can't remember why he got sent off, but it was quite funny.
By the way, can I just point out that our best ever team had Oviedo in because of Dave, and this doesn't have Oviedo in because of Dave. Right, I need a centre forward, and then can it? I was going to go Benji.
Benji Kimpioka.
Aye.
I was in 2 minds between Lafferty and Benji, but then I thought Benji's more chance of playing with. He'll have been in with the Bok, won't he?
Can I have a Nietzsche?
Was he not about?
Yes.
I'm taking him.
Victor and Nietzsche.
Because Stefan Sesnion still owes him $5,000 or something, apparently.
Oh, I hope he sees this and tweets you.
No. Look, he was in a team that got 28 points. No one in that team deserves to be in. There's tons of players that have missed out there. But
what about Ignacio Skagoko, or whatever he was bloody called?
Ignacio Skagoko. You
Ricky Alvarez.
Cabral.
Milton.
Didn't play for us.
Oh, hang on a minute. Milton Nunes.
He's got to be. Tyson's got to be all right, isn't he?
Right, okay, changed. Yeah, Tyson's in. Yeah, Tyson's in. 2.6 million on the wrong bloke. Aye, he's in. Right, so final team for everyone who's made it this far, you bunch of absolute fucking idiots. Stop subscribing, you absolute fucking idiots. Is
what's
Remy
more
Matthews
embarrassing when we've mentioned Milton Nunes? What's more embarrassing? We've signed the wrong player, or Graham Souness signing what he thought was George Weah's cousin to play for Southampton.
Or signing the wrong player. The final team, Remy Matthews, Gareth Hall, Brendan Galloway, Phil Babb, Lawrence de Box, Cabral, Jack Rodwell, Freddie Alvarez, Anthony Latalik, Kyle Lafferty, and Milton Nunes. What a mess.